How would you briefly describe your project to someone unfamiliar with what you do?
The goal of our project is to bring expanded access to older adults in terms of resources, educational and socialization opportunities, particularly through the use of technology in this platform that we're building, hoping to achieve exactly that.
What is the why behind your project?
In the past 2 years, many organizations like our own have adapted to the COVID-19 pandemic, and particularly the older adults in our community is very much impacted by the pandemic in their ability to access resources. So we have come to the realization that technology is no longer optional in folks' ability to access resources, and that's exactly why we want to create this platform and innovate on the idea of congregation and people's ability to gain access to these resources.
What has worked well for your project?
Our efforts to outreach to other community service providers, I think is one of the things that have been going very well. I think we are surprised by how responsive other providers in the communities have been and how willing they are in collaborating with us and working together.
What are some challenges your project faced?
There's always going to be some resistant and also, just kind of apprehension. So getting through the people part and really be able to tell our story and show the value of what we're trying to do have been challenging, but I think, in the same vein, it has been fruitful as well.
How do you find appropriate partners/partner organizations?
There's already a very heavily ingrained sense of community. So it has been, like I said, one of the more fruitful things in trying to collaborate with other providers who have shared missions and share visions to serving the community.
What funding sources have you utilized or will you utilize?
Our project is intertwined with the Congregate meal service program. Certainly the Title III funding that's made it possible for us to operate congregate dining services have been a big part of it.
How will this project be sustainable once your grant period is done?
The project is meant to expand on the existing congregate dining program and innovate upon that. Even when the project runs its course, we expect that congregate meal service will always exist, and that will sustain the long-term visions for the project.
What stakeholders do you need buy-in from?
Certainly community service providers, but also private and individual entities who have in their mission to service the community and particularly older adults. In this collaborative, we have been working not only with other older adult service providers, but also private entities like financial institutions and just even independent service providers.
What advice do you have for trying to replicate a similar project?
To really understand the people, I think at the end of the day we have to realize that the project is about working with people and providing services to people. So really to establish that rapport with your audience and understanding them and their challenges and their needs.
What are some similar steps to beginning a similar project?
The first steps to doing a similar project, I would say, is to understand the weaknesses in the current way of things and how our current services is operated and where it can be improved upon. And then also, like I said, understanding how it's impacting the people that these services are meant to serve and understanding their needs and challenges.
What do you wish you would have known prior to beginning the project?
A lot of our project is about developing something entirely new technically. So some of the things that I wish I would have known would be some of the technical challenges that we faced, but are slowly in the process of overcoming. Some of the things that some of the things we do wish that we would know ahead of time, but I also appreciate the steps that we had to go through to learning about it and also, coming to resolving it.